What's up, guys? Murder here. Now, I don't know if any of you guys will agree with me or if any of you guys are on the same boat with me in particular for this episode, but I felt episode 12 of Taizai, the pacing was really off-putting for me. It felt very rushed. There were some scenes that felt were shoehorned in, and then other scenes that kind of forced things on you, in particular with the episode. Now, Veronica's death, let me just talk about that real quick. I felt like that scene was completely done the wrong way. We've just got introduced to this chick, and she ends up dying in this episode, and from the vibes that I got from the episode, it felt like A1 was just trying to get, force things on us of, feel bad for this character, have sympathy for this character, express empathy for this character, just because it's the fact that it's Elizabeth's sister who ended up dying, and, we even got the little flashback scene that gives a little bit of depth to how they were as kids, but at the end of the day, I don't know anything about Veronica. To be completely honest, Veronica's death did absolutely nothing for me. Her introduction did nothing for me because we haven't gotten any depth, any growth, any development for her to where I'm emotionally attached to the character, to where if she dies, I'm going to express sorrow, I'm going to express grief of, oh, she was a good character, why did she die? The sake of her just dying, I feel like that in turn should be used to develop Elizabeth's development as the story goes on, to see this is what happens, and these are the situations that I'm in. She has another sister that we don't know of yet. Maybe she could actually forward that and use this situation to refortify herself as a, as a person in the situation that she's in. She's around the deadly sins. You got these guys that are coming after you, all this other stuff. So if anything, it didn't do anything for me emotionally that Veronica died, but I'm hoping that they use this opportunity to use this particular moment to strengthen Elizabeth's development as the series goes on. Another scene that I was really out of my mind about was like a Helbram, that random dude that came out of nowhere. Randy Orton status, to be completely honest. He just came out of nowhere. He was apparently he was undercover as the referee for this whole matchup. It seems like it was just too coincidental that this guy knows King, is in a particular situation, and where King's actually shining and he's actually putting people in the earth, this guy comes through, saves Gila, saves Jericho, and now King's in a situation where, he's being taken care of. I just felt like, and on top of that, I felt like he looked like a Weird Fang. He had the same type of armor as the Weird Fang members did, and I'm like, is this like another Weird Fang member? But no, apparently these two know each other, Helbram and King, because he mentioned King as Harlequin, so I feel like they know each other way back from the fairy days. But other than that, those two scenes were just two scenes of the entire episode that I was just like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like the death scene, to be honest, I felt worse for her assistant, Grimoire, because, he lives to protect and serve her, and when he failed at keeping her safe when she ended up dying, he started crying, expressing grief, sorrow, all that stuff. I honestly felt worse for his sake than Elizabeth's, just because I understand they're sisters and all that stuff, but there was no depth, there was nothing there to keep me emotionally attached and to express any type of emotion for the loss that we had. But yeah, other than that, the episode itself was really enjoyable. We got the rematches of Gila Meliodas, Bon, and Jericho, and we got to see firsthand how the demon blood actually works for these new generation Holy Knights, with Jericho in particular. She actually had the one-up on Ban, as well as the fact that they also had these weapons that kind of are on par with that of the sacred treasures. So since we already know that Meliodas and Bon don't have their sacred treasures, Gila and Jericho were able to take care of them. King was the one that actually came through. He actually manages his sacred treasure really well. Shastaful, it has multiple forms, and the sunflower form was actually pretty sick. We got to see that one as well. That was the fourth form, so I think he has the spear itself, the little kunais, the teddy bear. No, not the teddy bear. The kunais, the sunflower. I don't know if there's any other forms to it. But just to see him showcasing himself, he still looks like a force to be reckoned with. But then when that random dude came in and destroyed his weapon went back together. But he has no stamina to pretty much stay on par with that. The Maraca dude was another guy. I started dying when I saw that dude. He's like, it's like, those are your weapons, maracas, and I feel like he has some type of gravity ability, because when he used that on Diane mentioned the fact that, oh, her body's too heavy, what's going on? She fell into that crater, but I feel like she's going to make an appearance because Elizabeth turned back to her normal size, so in turn, I feel like Diane's going to turn back to her normal size since it happened to them simultaneously. From there, the hype of the episode, I'm not going to lie, I did a live reaction for this episode as well, but to be completely honest, the hype of the episode for me was the ending. Meliodas seems to be a type of demonic, otherworldly being. I really want to know the origin story of Meliodas, what he is, where he came from, his history, what his sin pertains to, and what is this ominous demonic feel that he has. Because when he was showcased, when he came out of the stone, Ban even mentioned he had that sense, he felt the presence of a demon, which is the same demon that he took care of in the fairy forest with Elaine all those years ago. He sensed that same type of presence, and then he comes out and he's like demon dragon maim lord. He's like, his eyes are completely blank, and it seems like he's just gonna go on a rampage, or he's just going to express some crazy levels of attacks and power that we haven't seen. And I'll also show you guys my live reaction for that particular scene when it showed Meliodas at the end. I'll show that to you guys right now.
Yo! Oh my god! Dude! Yo!
So yeah, I mean, the episode itself was good. I enjoyed a lot of things. It forwarded a lot of things in terms of the rematches, in terms of getting a sense of how the demon blood is going to be a factor in creating new generation holy knights. We got to see, but the overall factor of it is Diane's weapon is missing too, so I feel like that's going to be something that we have to look forward to as well. Gother hasn't been revealed either, so that's something that we also have to look forward to. But the episode itself was really enjoyable. I'm looking forward to the next episode, which won't come out until January. Episode 13 will come out January 11th, 2015, so we won't get it until for another 2 weeks due to the holidays and probably all that stuff, the new year or whatever's going down with A1. But yeah, episode was good. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode in the comment section. Thumbs up. Leave your leave your thoughts on the episode, all that stuff. I'll get back to you guys. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I'd appreciate that as well. That's all I've got for this episode. Thank you guys for checking out my video, and I will catch you guys for episode 13 in a few weeks. Take care.